Hey. Oh. Yeah. It's been a day today, right? It's been a day quite a lot this year. How are you? If you're joining me live, I'd love to hear how you are. If you're watching the replay, I'd also love to hear how you're feeling, what's going on in your world. And yeah, just let me know that you're here. Say hey in the comments or send me some likes so that I know you're here and who's watching with us. And today I really just wanted to make today's Woe Is Me really about everything that's going on for us right now and help you to come up with a foundation really in which to stay true to yourself and hold love in your heart when the external world is seemingly chaotic. And I say seemingly chaotic because I truly believe that all of this is happening for a reason and that we are taken care of and that the world is a safe place overall, you know, and that's hard to say on a day-to-day. And it's really lovely to see Laura and Hayley. Hey, I know that some of what I'm going to say is going to be difficult for people, and you know, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot for us to take on and to experience and to feel and to know how to react and to have an opinion about. So mostly I want to start by just saying breathe, really breathe. And then I'm also just I've got notes and I'm gonna just share from my heart like what I really believe is the best way, hey Robin, to stay true to yourself and to hold love in your heart when the external world is seemingly chaotic. Okay, so the first thing is to be the change that you want to see in the world. And I mean that. Like, it's not just a quote, it's not just a cliche thing to say, it's something to live by. It really is. You need to model the kind of behavior and person that you want to be in the world and that you want to meet and that you want to see. Okay, and that requires quite often creating space so that we are able to make an educated and conscious response and decision so that it's not reactive all of the time. Okay, so this whole experience, and I'm going to come back to your comments in a minute, but this whole experience, the best way I know how to deal with this, and I feel like I've been doing this all year for myself, is really to embrace the feminine. Okay, and I need to be really clear about that. I need to be clear that that's not about being a woman, it's not about being feminine or masculine, it's not about being any of those things, but it's about embracing the qualities of feminine or femininity over masculinity. Okay, so if you think about an ideal mom and an ideal dad and the energy that they have, right, imaginary archetypal figures. So when you do something, let's say you're riding your bike for the first time, okay, and you have a go and you ride a bit forward and you fall on the floor and you turn around to see your mom or your dad there and you're waiting for their response. Now, the masculine response to that is get up, come on, you can do it, get up, let's try again. Okay, that's the masculine response. And it's very much like pushing, come on, challenge energy. And the feminine response to that is come here, let me pick you up, let me hold you, okay, it's okay, there, you're fine, you're doing great. I know that you can do this, are you ready? Well then we'll try again. You're not ready? Okay, I'll hold you tight. Okay, so there's just that difference in energy between the masculine and the feminine. And so when I say we all need to embrace the feminine, what I mean by that is to start by really feeling your feelings. And quite often that means slowing down. It means slowing down enough to feel them and breathing into them. Okay, so receive. And that's what the feminine does. We receive. And so really that means listen. It means listening to what's going on right now. Listening to everyone. Listening to all of the voices. And returning love. No matter what. Returning love. Unconditional love. And that's hard. And so the question that I want you to ask yourselves, especially if you've worked with me before, is if I was behaving from a place of being in the center of my value filter, what would I do here? How would I respond? And if you've worked with me before and you've got your value filter, then I hope that you've got a list of go-to things that you can do that are going to put you back in your value filter again and again and again, and you're going to need them. You're going to need those things to put you back in a place of being, for me, freedom, adventure and duty, like really understanding. So whatever yours are, and you're very welcome to comment and share what your value filter is, and like the little things that you do that when you get knocked off kilter you do to get back. And so for me that means every day right now meditation practice, every day right now yoga, every day right now like taking time out and space to be in nature and to be with my community and to really kind of hang on to those things that are important to me. Okay, and so the other thing that I wanted to share, I'm just going to have a look at your comments. Laura saying, it's the universe telling us that it's up to us to be the difference and act on it, not to rely on others to determine things. I absolutely agree. Absolutely. Yeah, spot on. And just like Rachel said, thank you for commenting. And look at him carry on. Fab. So the other thing, if you want principles, because I like breaking these things down, and my 8 principles work in every situation, I absolutely promise you. And so step 1 is awareness. So getting really clear on what is going on. And in this instance, that means educating ourselves. That means really understanding what is going on in the world, what is true, what people think, what people believe, what the systems are saying, what the law is, you know, all of those stuff. Just educate yourself. Be someone who knows, who's really aware. The more awareness you've got, the more that you can do something about it, and the more educated that you are. And the second step then is aspiration. What is it that you want? And so for me, it is coming back to freedom, adventure and duty. I want to live in a world where every life matters, where there is compassion, where this hierarchy that we're currently living in, where we are, there's oppression everywhere, is no longer rife, that there's something new, something that we haven't had before, where feminine and masculine energies and societal ways of behaving and acting are interlinked, intertwined and in balance with one another. So that's getting really clear on what you want. And the third step then is acceptance. And so acceptance is a big deal. It reminds me of the Serenity Prayer, and I've been thinking this all day in preparation, and then I saw that Gabby Bernstein said something similar, and I'm sure there are other people sharing it too, but the Serenity Prayer right now is the acceptance piece. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And the most important part in that is the courage to change the things I can. Every single one of you who are in this group are powerful, gifted human beings who want to see something happen in the world, who want to change, who want to be part of the goodness, who want to be the change in the world. I know that to be true. And some of you are scared. In fact, fuck it, all of you are scared. I'm scared. Fear is there, absolutely 100%. You would not be human if you didn't have it. But having the courage to stand up and use your voice, having the courage to do what lights you up, having the courage to build your business, to build your life, to be true to you, to say what you think, to work out what you think, to stand up for other people, to be kick-ass kind every single day, it's a really big deal. Thank you, Laura. And I'm sorry if I'm preachy right now, but I am so passionate about this. I need you to be courageous. We all need you to be courageous, and to do your bit, to take your part. The next step is action. Yeah, and so courage requires action. Clarity comes from action. Overwhelm and apathy comes from inaction. As soon as you take a step, as soon as you do something, you get feedback. You know whether it's a yes, you know whether it's a no, you know whether you like it. But if you stay still, you will not know anything, and that overwhelm will get bigger and bigger and bigger. So you have to take action. It's not about failing or not failing or succeeding or any of those things. It's getting feedback. So taking action is really important. As is step 5, which is accountability. And in this instance, this is about community, and that's what this group is for if you've got nowhere else, but I'm sure there are groups as well. Community is really important. This is where we find our accountability. This is where we stop ourselves from hiding under the duvet, where we stop ourselves from plugging in our headphones and watching Netflix and enjoying The Crown and not getting real and not coming back out there and going, I need to find more courage and I need to take action. Yes, rest, but don't hide. And that's what this group is for. We're here to support each other. That's why community over competition is so important to me, and participation over perfection is so important to me. And that's what this group is here for. And I really hope that you know that, and that you can support one another in staying accountable. And so the sixth step, is acknowledgement. And that is really about that feedback. It's really about moving away from a place where it's success or failure, and understanding and just listening and getting that feedback. Is this working? Why is it not working? What would work better? What do people want? You know, really processing it both for yourself and for other people. If this isn't working, what else might? What are the options? And being willing to try them. And then the seventh step is appreciation, and appreciating the little things, appreciating the humanity in this group, in, you know, my Facebook wall, in my family, in the people I meet, in my yoga class. This morning I was looking on Facebook very early this morning, about 6:30, and had a wave of like, oh my god, this is real. Okay. And within 2 or 3 minutes, a friend of mine, Louise Karen Harris, was doing a live meditation. She was Facebook live, streaming her own meditation with a candle and guiding us through that. Anyone who wanted to join in. And I thought, you know what? This is amazing. This is amazing. We have community. We have people who are willing to show up in love over and over again. And so when you can't, pass the baton and appreciate that somebody else can take the reins for a little while whilst you restore and repair yourself, and then come back. And so that leads us to step 8, which is ad infinitum, which takes us right back to the beginning, which is awareness. And so just taking care of yourself. If you need to rest, rest. If you're ready to take action, know that. If you need some help, ask for it. If you need some accountability, ask for it. I hope that has been a little bit useful and not preachy at all. Not preachy, honest and from the heart. And in my book, there's a real difference. Thank you. Yeah, you know, I'm not perfect. I don't know. None of us know. You know, I'm not omnipotent, and I don't know what the plan is. But what I do know is that more often than not, there is a plan that I am not privy to, and it's not over yet. It's not over. This is not finite. It just means that we're in a transition. We're in the chaotic place where things change. And in chaotic times, all we can do is stay true to ourselves, is to focus on our value filter, work these steps, connect with one another, share with vulnerability, and show up in love time and time again. If anyone has any questions, you're very welcome to ask or contribute. It's really nice to see so many of you here. So I'll hang on for just a second because there's often a delay, but otherwise I will let you get on with your day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. I'm just going to see if there's anyone. No? Okay. Well, I hope that was helpful in some way. I'd love to hear what you're doing to put yourself back in your value filter. Yeah, and kind of how you're coping. Yay, thanks Siobhan. And yeah, just really know that that's what this community is for. And if you want to invite more people in, if there are people who are scared, if there are people who might find this useful, who want some anchor, who want to be in a place of community and yeah, other people around. Like, I really want to promote a place where everyone is welcome, where there's a space for you, where you know that you belong, where you know that you're safe. So yeah, invite people in. And I will be back on Friday for a Fuck It Friday. Not sure what the topic is yet, but I will see you then. All right, take care. Bye.